Hey, what is up guys? And today I wanted to share my strategy that I have been having a lot of success with in simulated universe of Honkai Star Rail. And as you can see on your screen here, I actually cleared up and through World 6 with this strategy. Now this strategy is very easy to follow. You guys just have to know and understand what blessings and what path to take. And you're perfectly capable of doing this as a free-to-play player yourself, even if you don't have any limited units or even 5-star units on your team. Now this strategy will revolve around the path of abundance, which at first might not be that appealing for you newer players out there, but it is a very powerful path, and in my opinion it is the best and kind of the most broken, and you definitely want to abuse this to get through the later worlds of simulated universe as soon as you can in case it gets nerfed in the future. Now for the team comp guys, so I actually recommend running a healer, a tank, a support unit, and also a main DPS. Now for your tank, you can either use the main character, you can use Japard, you can use March 7th. I like using the Trailblazer main character because of the fact that the taunt and the shield on every turn is very useful, especially if you get some preservation blessings while you are building your squad and your team comp up, and we'll talk about that in a bit as well. Now for the healer slot guys, you want to run Natasha or Bailu. Obviously Bailu is the best by far, but if you don't have Bailu because you didn't get lucky enough to pull for her, then you can just use Natasha. She's a very good pick as well. For the support slot, you have a lot of options. You can use Branya, you can use Asta, you can use Pella, even like Wirt is okay as well. But for me, I like to use actually Pella a lot because the defense break is very nice. For the DPS spot guys, you can actually use like Dan Heng. He's a very strong unit for single target, especially if you didn't pull for Selly. But Dan Heng is a very powerful unit. You can clear all through World 6 with him pretty easily as long as you get him to level 50 with his traces and his relics maxed out to do a lot of damage. This team you see on your screen here on the bottom with the main character, Natasha, Asta, and Dan Heng, all free-to-play units, all available to everyone. This can, pretty much go through every single world as long as you don't get super unlucky with your blessings. Also guys, before you actually tackle simulated universe, especially the harder stages after like World 3, World 4, World 5, and stuff like that, you're going to want to make sure your units are all up to date. Make sure that they're at the max level they can be at. Make sure their light cones are almost maxed out. You don't have to fully max it out, but I recommend getting it to at least, level 40. You want to make sure your traces are pretty much maxed out as well. You want to make sure your relics, they don't have to be plus 12 like I have mine, but you want them to be, decently maxed out or decently leveled so you don't get one shot or anything like that. And also make sure if you pulled any dupes that you actually, upgrade with your Eidolons. For the main character, if you're going to use the Trailblazer, I recommend getting most of her Eidolons actually awakened. And the way you do that is by farming in the second world and farming the currency by opening chests, doing quests, and turning it in for those currencies that you need to actually unlock her thingies here, these Shadow of Preservations. Now for the path guys, you guys are going to want to take this Path of Abundance. Now Path of Abundance guys might seem pretty weird because if you're bringing a healer, why do you need more healing? The thing is, this path has some very OP blessings out there that actually give you a lot of damage as well. Some people like to use Path of Preservation. I know a lot of newer players like to use the Hunt as well, but trust me, Abundance is going to be your best bet. It has the best blessings that are both offensive and defensive, which seems kind of weird because it kind of looks like it's all defensive at first glance. Now there are some key blessings that you are going to want here. So the first one I recommend getting is, if you can, Aversion to Suffering. You can see after you attack, you will deal additional damage equal to a percentage of your current HP. This is very good, especially for your healer and your tank, because even though they don't have a lot of attack, they can dish out a lot of damage. For the level 3 blessings guys, you really want both of the ones that actually charge Dewdrop. Dewdrop is going to be a very powerful effect that will be the majority of your damage when you're running with Abundance Path. So basically, as long as you have Dewdrop Blessing, you'll carry all of your damage. Honestly, it does pretty comparable damage to any of the damage focused paths as well. But the real reason why Abundance is so strong is because on top of that bonus damage and the other blessings besides that being very good at keeping you alive and helping with your healing, you're going to see that the Path Resonance is super broken. So you can see Path Resonance activates when you have 3 blessings of the Abundance, right? And Resonance Formation, which are basically upgraded Path Resonances, can be activated at 6 or 10, and there's another one at 14, but I haven't unlocked it yet. The 3 cost, or the 3 blessing of Abundance Path Resonance, which unlocks, will just be an AoE heal. It doesn't do any damage. So you might think that, oh, this is not that great. Why do I need healing if I have Natasha and also, Trailblazer keeping me alive? I'm always going to be capped out on HP, especially when I'm fighting trash. And on bosses, I can just heal myself. Well, the thing is, there are going to be situations where both your Natasha and your tank are actually CC'd, and you won't be able to heal. And the reason why this is really bad is because, units can get very easily one-shot against bosses, so you can actually activate this Path Resonance to AoE heal your team. Now, that's not even the biggest reason why you want this. The biggest reason why you want this is at the 6th Blessing of Abundance. So you can see the 6th one, you have a choice between these 3 at the bottom here, Nirvana, Annika, and Anata. I recommend the 3rd one, Anata, because of the fact that it is so broken. Basically what it does is, after you use your Path Resonance once in battle, it will periodically activate basically once every turn cycle. And it is super strong because even if your teammates get CC'd, it'll just constantly be healing over and over, making it so that, even if your Natasha gets CC'd, right, and you are taking a lot of AoE damage, this Resonance formation will actually just heal you periodically. You can always just activate this Path Resonance as well, which will give you a lot of HP. And on top of this, because you are so tanky, because of this constant healing that's coming into your team, you can just do a lot of damage with the Dewdrop Blessing and just never die, making it so that you just have to tank it up, just keep healing yourself, and your Dewdrop Blessing will do all of your damage. If you do get to 10 Blessings of Abundance, which should be very easy to do, honestly, if you actually pick the Path of Abundance, as you know, you'll get more Blessings of Abundance to appear, which, by the way, you want to just take, pretty much every single chance you get, even if they don't seem that great, because you want to get to 6 for Anata, because it's so broken. You'll understand what I mean if you try it out. And because Annika is also very good as well. So Annika is going to be every time your Path Resonance activates, which, keep in mind, with the Path of Abundance, this Resonance activates so much because every single turn cycle it's activating, you'll cleanse all your character's debuffs and apply 1 stack of Subduing Evils. Subduing Evils is basically whenever your units get debuffed, you consume 1 stack. It stacks up to 5 times to restore 10% of your max HP and to resist that debuff. So basically with this activated, you'll never really get debuffed at all. And on the chance you do, you can just activate the Resonance yourself or wait for the periodic Resonance to activate and you just cleanse your debuffs. Very good in worlds 5 and 6 where there's so much CC going off. So this is a very powerful tree, especially for the harder worlds. Very powerful Resonances here, and the Blessings are super good as well because it keeps your team alive for so long, which makes this tree the best by far in my opinion. I personally also thought that the Preservation was the best, but after testing out Abundance, I can just say, after I tested out all of them actually, I can say that Abundance is by far the best and easiest to do, especially if you don't have that much gear, and especially if you're free to play and are using free to play units. This might not have as much raw damage as like Destruction or even like, the Hunt and stuff like that, with their Resonance doing a lot of damage and, just scaling better. However, the thing is, Abundance will actually just carry you through everything because you'll guarantee to not die and allow you to actually auto through pretty much all of the stages, even the elites, until the last boss of the world, and it just makes it a lot more easier to actually progress through the simulated universe. Having the extra survivability is super nice, and honestly, you don't even lose out on that much damage because of Dewdrop. Like Dewdrop, once you test it out, you'll see it does so much damage, so I definitely recommend going through this path. Please test this out. Even if it doesn't work the first try, I promise you, like, this will make you progress through the harder worlds of simulated universe a lot more easily. I also was doubtful at first, but after actually seeing how OP Dewdrop is, like, this is so broken. It does so much damage. Just keep in mind, this will actually do values up to like 60% of your current HP, right? And this can stack up to 500%. So you can have like even your DPS units, which will have about like 2k HP at like level 50, do like 10k damage plus on every single hit, which is absolutely insane. And also just having the extra survivability from everything makes it so that it's pretty hard to fail. There might be some unlucky times where you get focused down and die, but besides that, you should be good to go. For other blessings that you get, I recommend Preservation, just because it'll make you more tankier and you can just abuse the Dewdrop as well. Otherwise, the Hunt is pretty decent as well, and I guess, Elation is okay if you are using March 7th in place of the Trailblazer. Good luck in progressing through Simulated Universe, guys, and if this helps you guys out, let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
For a preservation. Tremble before my power.
Great. Great. Time for a shot.
Enemy data net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Naughty child.
Lance at the ready.
What a headache.
A world devoured by ice. Not a scratch.
Enemy targets detected. Ready for another?
You are doomed to fail.
Don't mess with me. I'll free you from your disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Freeze to death.
Commencing support. Ready for another?
Lance ablaze. Lance forward. A world devoured by ice.
Enemy targets detected. What enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. Don't mess with me. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
I'm on guard.
What a headache. I'll end your misery. Ready for another?
You are doomed to fail.
Time for a shot. Nap time.
Lance ablaze. Lance forward.
Don't mess with me. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. I'm okay.
That'll take more than medicine.
We're not done yet.
Ready for another?
A world devoured by ice.
Now or never.
The eternal freeze will bury you.
Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. I'll end your misery. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Naughty child. Nap time.
Lance at the ready. Lance ablaze. Lance forward.
What a headache.
Judgment of eternal winter. Not a scratch.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Stop right there. Formation.
Tremble before my power. Freeze to death.
I'm okay. Time for a shot. That's better.
Thanks for the support.
Witness the avalanche.
data secured. Net markers activated. Time for good old counterattack. Now or never.
Judgment of eternal winter.
Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Nice teamwork. I'm on guard. Lance ablaze. Lance forward.
We have the upper hand. Ready for another? I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. I'll end your misery.
Naughty child.
You are doomed to fail. Freeze to death.
Back off. Formation.
The eternal freeze will bury you.
Don't mess with me. Net markers activated. Time for good old counterattack.
Lance at the ready.
I'll free you from your chains. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. What a headache. I'll end your misery. Ouch! Now or never.
A world devoured by ice.
Time for a shot. That's better.
Thanks for the support. Who's next?
Lance ablaze. Lance forward.
Commencing support. That. Like this.
Witness the avalanche.
Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for good old counterattack.
Naughty child. Nap time.
Don't mess with me. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Ready for another?
Judgment of eternal winter. Not a scratch.
What a headache. We have the upper hand.
Tremble before my power. A world devoured by ice. I'm on guard.
Net markers activated. Time for good old counterattack.
Lance at the ready.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Time for a shot. Nap time. I'm okay.
I'll end your misery.
The eternal freeze will bury you. I'm on guard. Power of the preservation. Freeze to death.
Naughty child.
Commencing support. Ready for another? Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. I'll free you from your disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
I'm okay.
This will be your burial ground.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Witness the avalanche.
Time for a shot. That's better.
Nice teamwork. Lance ablaze. Lance forward.
What a headache. Enemy targets detected.
Not a scratch. Judgment of eternal winter. The world devoured by ice.
We have the upper hand. Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. I'll free you from disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Lance at the ready.
Don't mess with me.
I'm okay. Nap time.
Tremble before my power. Freeze to death.
Ready for another?
I'm on guard.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Nice teamwork. Lance forward.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
The eternal freeze will bury you.
Commencing support. Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. What a headache.
The world that they promised.
A sharp scythe needs targets.